We all wanna change. We all wanna be somebody else. I wanna visit all the places nobody goes. I wanna teach all the things that nobody knows. I wanna grow wings, leave the coop, learn to fly. Bungee jump from the tallest building in Dubai. I wanna fly around town in my UFO. I wanna eat real.
Welcome back to Desertwood Days. This is Kathy Blaze, and I am here with the talented TreLee. Thanks for joining us today.
Of course, anytime.
Well, I'm loving that hair.
And it's all mine.
What you trying to say?
Nothing at all.
How have you been?
I've been well. Thank you for asking.
Wonderful, wonderful. We're here today to talk about the singer, the songwriter, the performer, the mother, the wife. You carry all of those titles.
Mm-hmm.
How do you manage that?
I have a very supportive wife, and she actually, I think, pushes me harder than I push myself, and she makes me a better person. I'm about to get emotional. Yesterday was our 7-year anniversary, so it's amazing to be able to be loved in that way, like somebody mentioned in a different story. But yeah, I have somebody that loves me and pushes me to be the best me I can be.
That's beautiful. I met your wife, and she's a beautiful person also.
She is.
Yeah, so I can see her being all that for you.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes, but I bet you're all that for her as well.
Yeah. She gets the same push.
Yeah. and I've listened to your music.
Oh.
I know you brought a track for us today, a video for us, and we're going to see a clip of that a little later. But you also put all that emotion in your music.
I absolutely do. The video actually that you're going to show is one of my favorite songs that I've ever written. Like, that was the first time I heard a song and just wrote it while the music was playing, as it just touched me in such a way. So yeah, it's my favorite song that I wrote.
It's beautiful.
Thank you.
At what age did you realize you had a voice and you wanted to sing?
I probably will say when I was around 12, I realized that I could sing. Because my mom was like, we should do a talent show. Because I was always singing. I was always getting on her and my brother's nerves. But yeah, so I started doing a talent show.
Walk around the house singing.
Yes, in the shower, everything was a song.
Oh.
So yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. So is there any other singers in the family?
No, just me.
Just you?
Mm-hmm.
You drove them crazy, so they said there was only room
Right.
for one TreLee.
Right. She gave all that energy to me.
This is a big one. I happen to know that you opened up for R&B singer K. Michelle. How was that experience for you?
You know, that was super exciting for me because I literally said to my wife, I really want to open for her. So make that happen. And she just like, so this is when the show is. I was just like, what? So that was exciting. She's one of my favorite artists too.
Yeah, she's amazing. Mm-hmm. But you're amazing also.
Oh, thank you.
So I'm sure they had two amazing women on stage that night.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
So other than singing, do you play an instrument?
I played the clarinet in high school marching band.
I played it in grade school.
Right. So that was the instrument.
I don't know if I can say I played it, but I attempted.
Yeah, so that was that. But yeah, no instruments.
Yeah. You have a lot of things going on. And I also know that you also model. Mm-hmm. So do you plan on continuing to model as well as perform? And
I actually do. I may have a show coming up in Tucson soon that a friend of mine hit me up about.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, so
wonderful.
Can I say my friend's name?
No. we don't want to get sued if she don't want her name on air.
Her name is already going to be on air.
So, what's next for TreLee?
For TreLee, I am working on my EP. I'm really going to finish it this time. I'm 6 songs in. I'm going to record one more song, and I'm going to release that bad boy in October. And
were you giving your manager the eye? Is that what that was for?
Yeah. Well, she was giving me something.
Oh, okay.
I was like, what did I do? But yeah, so I have a EP I'm gonna release in October. I have one more song to record for that. I have a clothing
For those
line.
that may not know, what
Oh.
is the EP?
Oh, I'm sorry. It's a shortened version of an album. Albums are typically 14 or 15 songs. An EP is 5 to 7.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I'm gonna do a shortened version of an album because people nowadays don't want to hear a full album.
Oh, okay.
So I'm gonna do an EP. Of course, some videos and hopefully performances. I have a boutique that I just opened. I'm actually in school right now. I'm gonna become a licensed mental health counselor.
Oh my goodness, you're
Yeah.
a busy lady.
Yeah, I have 2 children, but they're 18 and 14 now, so their need of me is a little bit less.
Yeah, so that gives you a little bit more time to do those health side things,
Yeah.
goals that you have in place.
Yeah, they're actually pretty proud of me, which is really amazing as well.
Awesome. So you brought a clip for us to take a look at today. So we're going to watch that clip and let our audience see how talented you are as well.
Thank you.
Oh my God, I just love that song. You know what? That was South Mountain, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
So how would you describe your style of music?
If you asked me this 10 years ago, I would say I don't have a style because I didn't want to be pigeonholed.
Mm-hmm.
But as a 45-year-old woman, I will definitely say I'm an R&B artist right now.
Okay. Okay. What's next? You have a new song you're working on right now that we can look forward to?
Yes, I do have a new song that you can look forward to, but you probably won't be able to play it. But I do have a couple of songs that will be radio edited and versions that you can play. But yes, that should be out pretty soon.
Okay, that is great. Is that something that songwriters normally do? That they normally create a clean version also for television?
Yes, we definitely already talked about what the radio edit would be like and how we would edit it so that it could be played anywhere.
Okay. So you have 2 children you mentioned.
Yes.
Are either of them interested in music, singing, performing?
My oldest son, who's going to be 19 in a couple weeks, he's not sure what he's interested in yet. He's in school to become an engineer, but he's not sure what he wants to do. My youngest son, who is 14, has a clothing line, and he's his own brand. And I'm actually interested to see what he decides he's going to spiral into. He's a soccer player, and he's excited about high school and doing what he does. So We'll
That
see.
is awesome. Because I'm sure mom is rubbing off on them.
I hope so. And I actually have a stepson and 3 grandchildren
Oh.
and a daughter-in-law and another daughter. So
Mm.
another stepdaughter. So
See, this is what a mom, a wife, a grandma looks like.
yes.
Okay. I also want to mention your wife.
Mm-hmm.
She's not only your wife, she's your manager also, correct?
Yes, ma'am. I married my manager.
Yes. How was that working relationship? How do you leave the work at home? I mean, in the office.
Sometimes it's very hard. I remember distinctly I was preparing for a show when I was last year. I think you were there. Thank you very much. Of course,
You're
always.
welcome.
And we had a rehearsal, and she wanted to add a person to our rehearsal, and I just didn't appreciate it at all. But as soon as we got in the car together, I just was like, all right, hey, let's go home.
It was over with
Yeah.
then. And that's the way it should be.
Yeah.
But for some people, it's hard to separate the two. Or you got an argument going, you want to keep going with it.
Right. Yeah. So she doesn't argue. So that's that part. So there's no arguing with her. So it's I said what I said, and she's done with it. She's not going to discuss it or argue about it. She's done. So that's how we live.
I just have one more thing to add. Also, TreLee, I've seen her perform before. She's an R&B singer, but she also dances and performs with her backup dancers. So it's not like she's just at the mic singing. She's giving you all of her. Mm-hmm. And that is one thing that I loved about your performance.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I really do appreciate having to have a whole show. Yeah, so I love being able to do that.
So where can our audience find you?
They can find me anywhere, and it's at Miss TreLee, MSTRELEE, anywhere.
Thank you for joining us today. It was such a pleasure. Great to see you. Thank you for joining us today, and we will see you tomorrow on Desertwood Days with Kathy Blaze.